Diane and Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. It is Thursday, or Little Friday as we call it here in Denmark. We are under lockdown, so family is working from home, studying from home. And I'm in this place today. Let me just show you. I'm in the garden shed. Look at the glorious sunshine. Anyway, let me just close it a wee bit because otherwise you won't see anything. We are under lockdown, but that doesn't mean we are shut down. So we're just continuing with our usual routines. I've talked about that the last few days, and we are continuing with our 40-day declutter challenge. And if I remember rightly, we're on to day 23. And remember, we're just looking for one item. You don't need to be finding a whole box of or bag of things every day. We're just looking for one because that really takes the pressure off, and it also makes sure that we're consistent, because we can all say to ourselves, you know, I can find one thing. And I'll show you what I found for today. I think it's day 23. I've got a pair of old gardening gloves with inbuilt air conditioning. Look at the hole in the top of that one. So those are going. And the other thing I found, this will go into our metal recycling. We had some of these little torch things, you know, for putting around the garden when we have little parties in the summer. And I'm a canny Scot, so I like to use the very end of things, but there's nothing, we're not going to be able to get that one going again this year. So those are my items for today. But I promise you we'd have a wee bit of fun today. Let's keep the mood light. And I was going to share with you my favourite, you know, mid-morning snack or afternoon snack. So let's go into the house and I'll tell you about that. And also what I have been reading and watching, and some other ways to keep you entertained during the lockdown, even if you're not able to get out to the cinema, or if you're not able, of course we can't meet up with friends. So anyway, let's head into the house. Right, back in from the garden, washed my hands. I'm filming in the office so as not to disturb the family. And remember, before you start watching these videos, I hope you've done your morning routine or your evening routine. I'm actually making some extra small videos on Instagram TV right now, just to check in and make sure you've done your morning routine. So you can find me on Instagram if you need a wee bit more motivation to get going in the morning. Onto the snacks, and then I'll tell you a bit about entertainment. In Denmark we eat tons of rye bread. That's what I have for my lunch, you know, the dark bread with all the seeds in it, you know, like for open-faced sandwiches. And the other vehicle that I use for the toppings for my snacks is crisp bread. In Denmark we've got so many different types of crisp bread, you know, supermarket shelves are filled with them. And I'm sure you know many crisp breads where you are, but this is one of my particular favourites. So we've also got round ones with cinnamon flavour, and I mean, you name it, we've got it. But this is one of my favourite ones, also my bestie Lee, because she loves these too. They're super crunchy and they last forever. And you'll see, I'll run the wee clip so you can see. I prefer savoury, but I've also got a sweet one as well. But just a wee word about this cheese, which is coming up in the first one. It's a Norwegian cheese, and it's made from boiled goat's milk. And I remember the first time I had this, it was at a friend of mine, Mikola, we were in baby group together. It was when my daughter was born. It's actually my daughter's 18th tomorrow. So I tasted this first 18 years ago. And I remember, you know, we're a baby group thing, and there was all the food, and, you know, we're munching away and the babies are playing. And I said to her, what's that? Because it doesn't look appetizing. I mean, look at the colour of it. It looks like the cheese has been, you know, left in the back of Beyond for about 20 years. And, you know, I said, oh, this is a Museost. You can see it there. Anyway, I tried it and I thought, that is the worst thing I have ever tasted in my life. And I remember talking with my husband at home, and he was like, oh, yeah, he didn't like it either. And then, you know what happens, the next week I'm out, you know, with the pram, and I was doing my grocery shopping, and I saw this cheese in the supermarket, and I just had, I was like, oh, I have to have it again. And I don't know why. It's one of these things, you're going to love it or hate it. and I really did not like it. It's got a really cloying taste. I'm really not selling it, am I? It's got a really cloying taste, but since that time I have loved it. So I'm the only one in the family that eats it, and this lasts me a long time. Anyway, I'll run the little video and you can see how it looks, and then a couple of other things. Okay, see on the other side. A bit of rye bread. This is Vibeka's favourite brand of rye bread. And some yummy moesost and a wee cup of tea. I'm just going to slice it with this one. There. One slice. And one more for good luck. Yum. Just 2 ingredients for the next one. Lemon curd and cream. Now, of course, whipped cream is best, but if you don't have it, the squirty stuff in a can is good. So let me show you how I do a kind of mini version, a speedy version of lemon meringue pie. Lemon curd. A little bit more. Some squirty cream. Lemon meringue. And this one is crisp bread with Philadelphia, sweet chili sauce, and fresh coriander. Num num. Also like rice cakes with the topping, so any of those, but what I'm going to be having from my mid-morning snack as soon as I'm making this is the one with the cream cheese and that coriander. Just and that's another thing, the family's not mad about coriander, but I love it. Anyway, on to a wee bit of entertainment. What are you doing to keep yourself entertained right now? At our library, the libraries are closed, but we have been given an extra quota of online books, you know, e-books and audio books, so that's great. We've also got newspapers and magazines which are available online, so check out what's available, you know, in your area or in your state. The other thing that I was going to mention is quite a lot of my friends here, they've been posting things in our little ladies group. Many of the ladies who are, for example, yoga teachers, they are now just recording from home and putting it up for the other ladies so they can get some yoga exercise, yoga for kids. So just have a wee look around, and you know, it's like me, I've started making these Instagram TV videos. I hadn't done it before, but you know, it's just one of these processes where we've got to make the most of the lockdown, and we're all kind of trying different things. And my son last night, he was connecting with his friends, and you can do these, you know, the watch party things where you can all watch the same film. You know, you can be sitting with your popcorn at home or your snacks, and your best friend, she can be on the other side of the planet, and she's watching it, and you can chat. And I saw, actually, was it this morning, there's a Netflix thing that you can do where you can all log in together and chat and watch the same film there, or TV series. Oh, which brings me to, and I've mentioned before, I've got a whole playlist of my favourite movies, TV series, books. You know, I love reading. That's what I'm reading right now. And there is a new season, of Kingdom. And I won't tell you about it now because I don't want to keep you sitting here forever, but I love Kingdom. It's all the men in the fancy hats in the 16th century fighting zombies, and it's a Korean series. Love it. Anyway, started watching that. And oh, let me just check and see if there's anything else. Yeah, the watch party thing of watching it with your friends. This is something that I did, was it 10 years ago? There's a group of us fly babies, and we were all over the world, and what we would do would say, we had a little chat group thing, and we decided that, you know, at a certain time during the day we were all going to start watching a film. It was Thoroughly Modern Millie, that was the first one. We also saw Mamma Mia together. And you know, we had kind of themed snacks, so we had like mimosas to drink watching Thoroughly Modern Millie. So have a wee bit of fun with it, you know, that the kids can do the same. Maybe they can link up with friends at school and all watch, I don't know, Wall-E, or, you know, something fun. So keep it fun for yourselves. And one of the ladies in my international group here, she posted that they're in Edinburgh. They have a pub quiz thing, and because of course, you know, places are on lockdown, they're actually doing it online every night at 7 o'clock. So, and listen, I'm not going to post links for all of these things because I'm sure you can find tons going on the internet yourself. But it's a real fun thing where you can participate in the pub quiz, you know, with your friends online or as a family. So, you know, just find some fun ways to keep yourselves entertained. We've got to keep moving along here. And also I just wanted to say, you know, we are coming up for the weekend. Make sure that you keep a schedule, like Monday to Friday, going through your usual routines, doing your work, whatever. But, you know, weekend is different from the other days. So we're not kind of getting into that, well, what day of the week is it? You know, is it Wednesday or is it Tuesday? But anyway, here in Denmark, it is Thursday, which is Little Friday. And I'll probably doing a bit later check-in with you tomorrow because got the candle, one of the candles already here. It's my daughter's 18th tomorrow, 18th birthday. And in Denmark, though, you know, we have very set traditions of how you celebrate birthdays and stuff. I'll put a link up there. It's all in my Life in Denmark playlist. But, you know, you wake the birthday boy or girl by going into their bedroom singing in the morning. It's not always welcoming. And waving flags, and then you have a special breakfast, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I may be even later in posting tomorrow, but I'm still here, still posting, still on Instagram. And let me just grab my pom-poms and I can send you off on your merry way with her. Hold on. Live long and prosper. May the Danish sugar be with you. Candles going, everything's going to be all right, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, here we are. Rah, rah, rah.